Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Nobunaga's Ambition, Sphere of Influence, for like the third time on the channel. I'm the Mysterious JG. So, after the last recording session, I did a little foostering and fiddling about, and I think somebody has mentioned, oh, you can use diplomacy to keep the Oda alive. I don't think that's going to work, guys. We can try. But the other thing that someone came up with, honestly, even the person who told me in the comments, oh yeah, you can use diplomacy and like call for truces, that involves burning through a lot of trust. A lot of gold will go into diplomacy, and it might not work. Because when I goofed around off screen, like I noticed, I was actually feeling pretty happy. I saw the Oda start to attack some of the Saito castles, like they were going to expand. But then as soon as they did that, the Mitsudaira attacked, and then as they came back to fight out the Mitsudaira, the Imagawa attacked. So, like, off-screen, goofing around, I saw Narumi Castle fall to the Mitsudaira, and Nagoya Castle fall to the Imagawa. And then, again, like, when it rains, it pours. Then the Azai and the Asakura came knocking. And I think the Azai ended up taking over Shibata Castle. So, just goofing around off-screen, the Oda were down to 2 castles, which isn't enough for you to produce. They can't support each other. They just didn't have enough, you know. So I don't know that we'll be able to save the Oda. But as someone pointed out, even if we were to keep them afloat, we have like 10 years, which in this game is like 120 freaking turns to actually get the Battle of Okehazama to pop. So what we're probably going to do is just, like, I looked at the scenarios we could jump into. I think the scenario that we can jump into that is the Battle of Okehazama that just makes it happen on its own. We will have the historical battle of Kawakanejima, which is actually what we're building up to here. So it might not even make sense for us to go much farther at all in this scenario. Like, if I get the Battle of Kawakanejima to pop in this scenario, I might save and just load a new scenario and do the Battle of Kawakanejima there. The issue is that we'll have different cities, slightly. In this scenario, I don't know exactly why or how, we will hold Kunimine Castle, which is nice. We won't hold Hachioji Castle, which is sad, because, we all remember the efforts of, somebody got officer info, here we go. We all remember the efforts of Masako Hayami, but, yeah, she doesn't get to, that will be like erased from history, or somehow you can have your own headcanon about how we traded, Hachioji Castle for, Kunimine Castle. We won't have built, Wakamiko Castle, although we could build that for ourselves. And in goofing around off screen, I found out there's a city we can build after we've taken Fukashi Castle. There's a city we can build up here that's actually really nice. Like, some of these places, like, you'll get 3 pieces of land to develop, and it'll give you a message saying that that's a good idea. If you get, like, less than 3, I guess it tells you it won't thrive there. But, like, there's places it seems like there's a lot of territory for a castle, and then really you just, like, here. I guess all of this territory is Tsuchigasaki, because, I kept thinking Wakamiko could expand down further, but it really seems like it can't. But anyway, what's liberating about this, I suppose, is I don't have to worry too much about how we do this, because I'll try to see if we can salvage this. I like the idea of salvaging this. And part of me was even thinking, well, maybe I'll just do a few videos where I show the Taka historical events as a standalone little piece of the LP, and then load and come back to this scenario and just do the Battle of Kawakanejima against our ultimate rival, the Dragon of Echigo, up there, and from there just break off from history and do whatever we feel like. I mean, we could do that. But it's probably simpler to just get as far as we can in this scenario with the pre-Okehazama events, and then just jump into the Battle of Okehazama scenario. Otherwise, for one thing that'll happen if we don't is we'll be cheating ourselves of having the Oda as an interesting opponent. I get the Matsudaira would probably take over that role instead. But actually, if the Battle of Okehazama doesn't happen, the Matsudaira will never become independent. So we'll just... Theoretically, it's a better position. We just keep them... we just keep this marriage alliance going with the Imagawa until we're ready to take out the Imagawa. But it might be... We might reach a point where it's more interesting to just take out the Imagawa and the Hojo now. Can't remember the Taka to ever become enemies of the Hojo again. Well, I'm spoiling the fact that there will be future events where we're not enemies. Anyway, let's get on with doing some stuff here. So... There's no rush, unless I want to rush through these historical events in the thought that we won't keep this scenario anyway. So it's just my own habit that's even having us max stuff out. Like, here's one. Also makes adjacent units work. Oh, it does increase. I thought maybe it wouldn't. Because I was tempted to turn this place into a... Because this makes it suitable for crops. Makes adjacent districts. So I thought maybe it wouldn't make it any better at all. But it is changing max agriculture from 630 to 840. So it does seem to affect not just adjacent districts. Because there are no adjacent districts. It does seem to affect the home district. I thought we might go with Temple Complex. Change this to Commons, do Temple, then do Temple Complex, just so that we could drive that innovation down lower. Eliminate the risk that we accidentally undo some of this stuff we want, but I guess it doesn't matter. It would also allow us to build a Buddhist temple. But are we really going to be able to build any castle thing here? I don't think we'll be allowed to, regardless. So don't worry about going for Buddhist temple. Just worry about what's best. And I think I might do a temple and a temple complex to get innovation down. It'll take slightly longer this way. Let's just hold on to that gold. Leave development to the overseers. Hold on to a few bucks. Take over these two cities. What are you up to? You're... We might... We can't do diplomacy with the Matsudaira because they are a vassal to another clan. We're already at 100 diplomacy with the Imagawa. I don't know what would happen if we tried to use diplomacy to end nastiness here. We can't, unfortunately, do diplomacy with... we can do the Asakura, but we can't do it with the Azai. The Asakura are likely to become... The Azai and the Asakura are both likely to attack the Oda. Although that chance goes down. If we, if the Oda don't get attacked by the Matsudaira too much, that goes down. I'm just trying to think, is it... 600 a month to slowly build up the Asakura in the hopes that we can... Huh. Toki clan. The other thing we could do is push to take over Lida Castle. That would have us close enough to be more positioned to potentially help the Oda. But, unless I also want to take over these castles. $5,271. We're pretty sure they got nothing left over there. And again, my forces are pretty depleted too. I've got several thousand getting in the way of... Tell you what, let's do. This wasn't part of the original plan, but... Let's get Ryutoshi, Kazuhiro, and Kalanawari Sanada. Getting who Ryutoshi is. Oh, he's not even a created officer. He might be a real dude. No, he's a created officer. Alright, so we'll get some of our created officers to launch an attack here. Hopefully we got enough food. We'll leave the future Lord Shingen out of it for now.
We march.
And let's see if we can get over here and if this will make a difference in our ability to influence what's going on over there. Oyumi Ashikaga clan was eliminated.
If you're going to run, now's the time.
Alright, saw that. Kamoro Castle now belongs to Zur Uncle Ball. Fukashi Castle says the surrender seems like this battle is ours.
Enemy officer captured.
Oh, I didn't mean to have the speed that high. No wonder everything seemed to be moving so fast. We've captured Motonao Nezu, Takahiro Kataji, and Masayori Takanashi.
Let's go back to base.
Back home, boys.
Back home, boys. So we got a castle with very few guys left in it. Huh. Would it be a good idea with these 3,000 troops to attack this castle?
Yes.
Well, that will stop them from being a threat. We'll just have Toishi Castle to deal with then. If this works. This may be a foolish idea. I might be overdoing it with food here. Let's decide what to do with the captives. I'll hire all of these guys if any of them will join me, but I doubt it, because the Nagao clan is still going. He has sworn loyalty to the Nagao clan and cannot betray them. Please select who you wish to execute. We're not going to execute anybody. I'll remember your name and return the favor. My name is Mysterious JG, and don't you forget it. My name is Nobushige. I shall work wholeheartedly for the Takeda clan until I draw my last breath. He is the second son of Nobutora. During the Battle of Kawakanajima, he died. Oh, spoiler alert, protecting his armies in camp. He is revered as a fine warrior by many after his death. So he's a good officer. We will lose him in plot, as you have seen.
Let us begin the meeting.
Let's begin the meeting.
Here's last month's balance.
Okay, our income beats our expenses.
Reporting in.
One of our boys become of age, and Froxus Nelox's training is paid off. So that's all good. Yeah, I think we've got this. Probably didn't need to send as many troops as I did. This one will be more of a question mark. It depends on whether the Nagao get involved. But we're going to need to... send some officers. To our new bases. Hachioji Castle probably doesn't need... Ooh. I didn't realize how... It doesn't have as many people with, like, maxed out Super Pole as I thought. But we might met Almondretta the Avatar. Might let her come up. As well as... that guy. And... get somebody from Tsutsuji Gasaki. JG Mystery is still hanging around developing that place, so... Haru Nobutaka does an excellent officer. I mean, look at those freaking stats. It is Shingen, basically. So, not that surprising that he's got, like, the best stats ever. Let's leave somebody up there who can, like, we've got to leave a couple of people with good pull to come run this place. Nobushike might be a good choice for that, actually. We need Yukitaka to stick with the group that'll eventually conquer that city so we get some cool plot shit. They do want us to repair our fortresses. Now this place can go with the temple and into the temple complex I described. Do a little road work here. Yeah, it'll be a while before he does another march, so he can do road work. Shinken can do road work. But, okay, Tsutsugasaki is not touching this road that is not maxed. Now, this will be a place that'll cost a bit to get maxed, but it'll be a really good city once it is. We don't want to spend all of the cash. Although we're coming awfully close. So yeah, we're taking Lida Castle just to be a little closer to the action with the Oda. Maybe even close enough to negotiate with the Azai and be able to call off. But like I'm going to try this, but honestly I think the simplest answer is just going to be to go to another scenario because there's so much more time that has to pass. And this may not go our way, actually. We might not have enough troops left after this to finish that off, but we'll give it a shot here. If I hadn't sent a big army marching down here, we would. So, we could do that battle. Incomplete. Oh, oops. I didn't yeah, they don't have enough troops. Alright, never mind. I didn't realize that they were going to come just a tiny bit short of the troop count they need. So we'll go ahead and do this battle. Which I should have just skipped because it'll be over in seconds. We've got them.
Advance.
Our night attack success. The enemies are confused. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a slaughter.
Understood.
And we'll hold off a little while before we, Zerfall should... Yeah, Zerfall is a few hundred troops short of being able to... Because you have to have more troops in the castle as hit points, which we managed to mess up. Impossible. What the hell is going on? Range attack. Raise range attack and weakens attacking enemies. Let's go for the sharpshooter. Finisher Brett the Hitman Hart here by Kazuhiro. There's no point at all in taking damage, but...
We withdraw.
Yeah. See an enemy right in front of the castle. No, we are not going to do that because I don't want to have to pay for repairs. We're just going to take the castle with over... Like, they should surrender right away. It's an overwhelming force. But they will hold out for a while. And Zerfall is being allowed to withdraw without being hampered too much because nobody wants to fight him. Battle Lazars, beat them up. Oh, no. Who are the Oda fighting? That's even being said. Because I thought it's not... That was Nobunaga's dad's portrait, but, Oh, okay, the Oda, including the actual Yasuke, and not our Kazuhiro, who has Yasuke's face, but the actual Yasuke is interesting. Could have some kind of like Mortal Kombat style mirror match. I remember this though. This is going to be the beginning of the end, because the Matsudaira might attack while they have got a bunch of forces deployed over here.
Let us begin the meeting. Reporting in.
Okay. Lita Castle is surrounded.
Here's last month's balance.
We spent a lot more than we made with infrastructure.
Reporting in.
My trading's paid off. Cool beans, buddy. See, they're hostile. Oh, I see. They have a truce with the Toki clan. Interesting. They're hostile. We're close to being able to form an alliance. I'm not sure if we want to or not. Because if we form an alliance, that'll burn through a bunch of our diplomacy or trust, and we won't be able to then... We won't have enough trust to stop... this kind of thing. The Azai are fighting with the Saito. The main thing is I want to be able to try to force truces between the Oda and the Matsudaira. I don't know if that's allowed. When I'm with the Matsudaira are a vassal, so I can't do direct diplomacy with them. If the Imagawa start attacking the Oda, I should be able to force a truce if I've got 80 trust with each, I think, but I don't know if I need to be allied with the Oda first or not. It's a lot of uncertainty around this plan. Let's go ahead and save. Once again, I don't... Oh, you know, and the other reason it might be a good idea to just do a new scenario is that way I know that I will have made Vulture BB the son of Vulture Bobo. But I'm starting to wonder if we're going to actually advance far enough in time to actually utilize the Vulture Boys, Bronco and BB. So we might have conquered Japan by the time they're of age. At any rate, folks, I'm going to call it just a little bit early. When we come back next time, we are we're taking our time, I've got a vague plan to keep the Oda afloat, but we've got a backup plan if that can't happen. See you next time.